Hi friends, and welcome back to another episode of the 5-Minute Singer, proudly brought to you by Vox Singing Academy. In this episode we are going to be discussing and talking about why is my voice fatiguing and lacking power. I'm going to give you the top 6 reasons why this may be happening. Now, to start off with the pleasantries about what's been happening, I brought tickets to go and see Sam Smith here in Melbourne, and unfortunately he had to cancel the shows because he had some sort of vocal ailment that I read that he was going to go and see a specialist in the United States. So these points that I'm going to give you are going to help you out as well. So I hope that Sam Smith gets better as quickly as you possibly can so that you can come back and sing for us here, Sam. But let's talk about the number 1 reason why your voice may be fatiguing or lacking power. The number 1 reason, drum roll, is vocal stamina and fitness. That is the number 1 point why your voice is probably lacking power and fatiguing. Now, vocal fitness, it's the same as a physical fitness regime. If you want to jog, if you want to do a marathon, you're going to need to start jogging with small intervals and build that up over a long period of time. You're not going to go out and jog a marathon tomorrow if you've had no training. You'll hurt yourself and you're not even going to finish the marathon. Same with your voice. So if you're going to be singing for an hour or 2, and that's a marathon session, you need to build up to that. And how you're going to build up your vocal fitness and stamina is by having a correct and proper scales regime that you're practicing. Again, start your regime off with small time increments and expand that. Once you finish your scales regime, make sure that you are singing after your scales, because it's very, very, very important that you're applying the skills that we're learning and doing in the scales directly into the song straight away. That's the number 1 point. Number 2, technique. That is the second point why your voice may be fatiguing or lacking power. A wrong technique, okay? So you have to look at your technique and see what you may or may not be doing. Again, a good quality teacher should be able to diagnose exactly what you're doing from getting you to sing straight away within 30 seconds. I do that with my students. Some things that you may want to observe with your technique is breathing and support. Are you taking a proper diaphragmatic breath? Are you supporting the right amount of air underneath the vocal cords all the time? Because if you're doing this, you shouldn't be feeling fatigued. This is the engine room. This is always going to help you out. This is doing all my work, all my heavy lifting. My vocal cords are staying relaxed all the time. You don't want to be feeling any pain or discomfort when you're doing any of your scales or your singing. If you are, that's incorrect. Okay, so go back to a proper scales regime and work on your technique. And if this is not working, go and get professional advice. Number 3, singing in the wrong key. Now this is a very, very common problem. The singers out there, we're all singers, we're inspired by other people, and we love singing to other people's songs. But other people's voices aren't your voice. Everyone's voice is different. It's like a fingerprint. Everyone's fingerprint is different. And everyone's voice is a unique and beautiful thing. Pick keys that best suit your vocal range and your voice. Try to find out what type of voice you are. I've got segments earlier on that explain the different vocal registers and what the voices are. Go back and listen to that segment. Find out what type of voice you are. Sing in a key that best suits your voice so that your voice sounds the best and you're not going to strain it. The big point about this one is we're always trying to sing higher than what we can possibly sing. If you do want to sing higher, again, I can sing very high. I'm a baritone, but I've expanded my range with techniques, proper crying and breathing techniques to expand my range into the tenor range. You can get professional help to sing up high. It's very easy to do this. So if you do want to sing higher, seek professional help. Number 4, misuse or abuse of the vocal cords. Okay, and this could be physical abuse or substance abuse, whatever it may be. Now, physical abuse, screaming, yelling, drinking, pouring vats of alcohol over your vocal cords, substances, not getting enough sleep or rest, or even vocal rests. So these are a couple of things that may wear your voice out. Now, I've got students of mine that are telemarketers during the day, and this is a very dangerous occupation, especially if you're going to have to sing later on. You've been speaking all day, you're a telemarketer, and then you're going to have to sing. So I've got a lot of techniques that I tell my telemarketers and people that work in hospitality is to vary their speaking tone so that they're always going up and down and not just speaking in one monotonous tone all day long, because this part of your voice here is going to be getting very tired. So adjusting the pitch and the level of your speaking voice is one little tip. Also using your diaphragm as well too. But again, general misuse of your voice is generally screaming and yelling, using it inappropriately, or substance abuse, and not getting the right amount of rest. Number 5, very, very important. Getting the right amount of rest and sleep is very important. You always have to remember this point. The only time that your voice is truly resting is when you're asleep, because you're not making any sound. So even when you're speaking during the day, your voice is still working. It's the same vocal cords that we're using when we're singing, so please get the right amount of rest. It's very, very important to get sleep. Physical fitness and diet is very, very important. Again, I've already gone over this with what you should and should not eat in an episode of the 5-Minute Singer. So the better that you feel, the better that you will sound. But this also goes to do with stress as well too. If you're feeling stressed or tired or emotional or whatever it is, this is going to come through your voice. So again, please try to remember, if you're about to go and sing, try to feel the best you possibly can and put your mind in the right mindset so you're going to feel the best that you possibly can, mentally and physically. I hope that these points have helped you out. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you next week on the 5-Minute Singer. Bye-bye.